Hi everyone, my name is Cynthia. I wanted to talk about my how Adeline was born, the birth story. So for me, I have to say it went by super fast, like this, 5 hours. Um, I think I started contracting before, but okay, let me get to that first. I'm gonna start. I am a single mother. Um, for reasons that if you guys want to hear more, like this video. Um, so the week before giving birth, um, Adeline's father actually left. Um, he just he left, and so it was really hard for me. I mean, you could imagine a week 2 weeks before my due date, actually, but I had her, I think, a week after he left. Um, it was really hard. So I started distracting myself. I started hanging out with my sister, actually hanging out with my friends, going out with my mom. I mean, that's doing things so I can distract myself, um, not thinking about him not being here. So we did a photo shoot. I'm gonna put some pictures in there so you guys can see. The night before having Adeline, um, I was feeling weird. I was getting Braxton Hicks um, months before, since I think I was 6 months. So I was so used to feeling that I was it was normal for me. So sorry if I keep going I know it's kind of annoying. So see, there I go again. So yeah, I was getting Braxton hits, and I actually took a picture of my belly because I had like a big ball on one side, and it was just weird. And I took a picture. I'm gonna put it there so you guys can see it. I know it's not such a good picture, but so yeah, I think I was getting contractions since 12 midnight. I just didn't know I was, Braxton Hicks. Who's gonna know the difference between, because, and then regardless, I was getting it since I was 6 months, and then yeah, it was normal for me. But I woke up like around 4, and I was like, something feels weird. I kept getting the contractions, but I didn't know because they weren't hurting. So I was like, it's Braxton Hicks. So, and I feel so dumb for doing this. I actually texted her dad, her father, sperm donor. I texted him to let him know, hey, I think I'm having contractions already. And it was actually 10 days before my due date. I seriously, I thought he wasn't gonna answer. I didn't think he was gonna come. Nothing. So I went back to sleep because it wasn't hurting. I didn't think I was getting contractions, like real contractions. 5 a.m. I woke up again. Okay, so he texted me because he goes to work. He wakes up at 4:35. I can't remember, but he used to wake up really early to go to work. So when I woke up at 5, I saw his message, and I was half asleep. I thought he was outside. Hi, Mama, are you okay? I thought he was outside. So, so I went. Oh my God! So I went to open the door because I read the message wrong. So I go and open the door. He wasn't outside. He was just asking me if you want me to go over or do you want me to wait outside or something like that. I can't remember. But I got up, went to open the door, and then I opened the door and my water broke. But it was just like, I'm gonna say, it felt like I peed a little bit because it wasn't a lot. It was just like a couple of drops. So I freak out, and then I call my parents. I'm like, Mom, Dad, wake up. Like, I think I'm having the baby. Oh, by the way, I'm here at my parents for the same reason. They are helping me out a lot. I mean, I don't know what I would do without them, with my mom and my dad. So I start getting everything ready. I actually packed my hospital bag. I looked at a bunch of YouTube videos, and I already had everything set up. So I go to the restroom. It was so funny because when I felt like I had to pee, so I went and sat down in the toilet, and all this gushed out. I swear it was like, and after that contractions, oh my god, the I must sound so weak or whatever, but they hurt so bad. I was sitting there, I think because I was already like having her, and then I swear I was like, I cannot move from the toilet, and I was sitting there. My dad and my mom were getting everything in the car. So I was just sitting there in the toilet, and then everybody's like, "Come on, let's go." I swear I couldn't get up from the toilet. I just grabbed a towel. They put a towel on the seat that I was at, and I grabbed the towel just because, you know, all the stuff that came from the toilet. I was like, probably I'm gonna have all this stuff smearing all over the seat in the car. So I just grabbed a towel, I wrapped it up, and then I put it between my legs. I don't know how I did it, but I walked to the car. It was so funny because my mom was so nervous that she told the father that you drive. I don't think I can drive because she was so nervous. And then so we were driving, and then it's a brand new car. My mom she got a brand new car. My mom told the father, you know, you drive, because she was so nervous. So he's driving, but he's driving. I'm like, why are you driving like 55 miles? No, you go 60. Like, why are you driving so slow? And the whole car ride, I was like, I couldn't move. We got to the hospital like around 6. So I woke up at 5. I went to the hospital. We got to the hospital at 6. Honestly, it didn't feel that long. It felt like it went like this. Here, all that thing that happened in the house. And then I'm gonna go by times now, because that's kind of how I remember it. I woke up at 5, and my water broke. And then at 6, we arrived to the hospital. Getting off. It hurt. So at like around 7, I think from 6 to 7, they had me just sitting there with the contractions that they were 2 minutes apart. I remember it because I kept looking on my phone, and then 30 seconds and another contraction, and it was just horrible. And then I'm gonna say from 7 to 8:30, it's a blur. Because of everything hurting and the contractions, one after the other, it's just, you can't think about anything. So at this time, my nurse did call my doctor. my nurse did call my doctor, but that weekend she was off. So they had to call their OB to go and help me give birth. I mean, she was nice. I met her because it's two doctors that work in the same office, and whenever one's off, the other one takes care of the other patients. So they actually introduce us, and they tell us since the beginning, if I'm not able to be there when the baby's born, she's gonna be there. So when I went in there, I was 3 centimeters. When they put the epidural and they checked me again, I went from 3 centimeters to, I think I was 9. So the nurse ran out, called the doctor again. I swear she took 2 hours to get to the hospital. I don't know where she lives or anything, but I know that was one of the reasons that the baby was a little stressed, and she actually, let me get to that. Around 9:15, 9:30ish, I really can't remember, she came back in, the nurse, and she started helping me push, like practicing. and I could not feel anything. Nothing. Um, so I actually asked her to turn it off. I had it on, I would say, for maybe like an hour. And I was like, you know what, take it off because I know I'm not going to be able to feel anything. And then she was telling me, you're not pushing. And then she would tell me push, and I would get all red. And I remember I was like, but I am pushing. I feel like I'm pushing. And she's like, you're not doing anything. And I told her, turn it off. I don't need it. You know what? If it starts hurting again, I'm just going to suck it up. And she even told me, the nurse, she's like, if you decide to turn it off, you have 2 hours. 2 hours, it's gonna run out, and we're not gonna be able to turn it on for you again. Which I think it's a lie because it's already connected to your back. The only thing that they do is they turn on the little button over there. So after that, I'm gonna say I started pushing. She runs out again. Like she runs out. And I think she was calling, but she wasn't telling us anything. She would just like stay quiet and then leave, which it was a little bit annoying now that I look back because right there and then I wasn't noticing all those details until like afterwards. So she runs out again, comes back in, and then she's like, okay, the doctor's here. I'm going to prep everything. So she started putting everything up. Some people walked in, which was really annoying to have people. I don't know if it's like a studying hospital or really, because I only thought it was going to be me, the doctor, the nurse, the dad, and my mom, because I wanted her to be there. And then all these people walk in, which was really awkward. And then there was this guy like standing in front of me, looking straight to, you know, where you have all your business. And I was really uncomfortable, but who cares? You know, I was pushing and I was doing it. And then I'm going to say like around 10, I wasn't pushing for that long, but I mean, the hours went by so fast. I wasn't pushing for that long. I maybe practiced like 3-4 pushes, and then the doctor came in, and I think I did 5-6 more pushes. And I remember one of the pushes that I did, the doctor kind of said, call the, what is it called? The baby doctors. Because she noticed that the baby had, you know, pooped inside of me. And I think this was because she was already to come out as soon as we went in there. They came in, and then like this. Oh, before I say that, so she noticed that the baby pooped. So what she did, she grabbed some. I didn't even notice. Like my mom was the one that told me. She grabbed some scissors and she. In less than 2 seconds, Adeline was out. And I wanted to hold her so bad. But they had to take her away to check to see if she didn't inhale anything. To check to see if everything was okay. So they did. I mean, it wasn't like she was there for half an hour. It was like 2 minutes that they checked her. They said everything's fine. They started sewing me back up because they cut me. And then I held my baby. Oh my god.
There's your baby. Okay.
I do have another video. It's kind of more pictures and stuff. But I'm gonna link it below if you want to see the longer version. So yeah, and that was my birth story. If you guys want to hear about me being a single mom, how it's been for me, what I've had to deal with the child support, the custody, him, you know, things that normal single moms go through. And if you guys want to hear about that, please comment below. Please like the video. I do want to talk about it, so either way I'm gonna post a video about it. I know a lot of girls don't have friends or don't have family members or don't have anybody to talk to or to tell them how the process is. So I am going to talk about that. And I hope you guys like this video. Well, thank you so much for watching this video and have a nice day.